Hi, everyone. So we are in the process of looking at stewardship for this coming year, 2025. And if you were able to watch the video from last week, you'll know that in that I talked about how we're going to do things a little bit different. Some things are going to be similar with our stewardship campaign, our annual campaign this year. But there are going to be a few things that are different. And so one of those things that are different, that is going to be different, is that throughout this year, beyond our pledge campaign, which we are actively looking for now, folks to give their pledges for the year, what they believe they're going to be able to give to our general funds throughout this year, we're going to be doing a couple targeted campaigns, that are looking at two places that have normally been in our budget that we're hoping to fund outside our budget this year. Now, one of those things has to do with the winter, the cost for heating this beautiful sanctuary, as well as making sure that the parking lot and the sidewalks are safe for those who come to worship or come to an event here at the church. That is particularly expensive. The removal of the snow is just almost $10,000 for a year. And then when you add into that the extra costs for heating this wonderful building and making sure that people are comfortable in here, the costs go quite up during the winter months. The other special campaign that we're going to be doing has to do with this booth right here. Now, prior to COVID, we had a wonderful tech team that did media and did sound to make sure that those who were worshiping here in person were able to have a wonderful experience of worship. Well, with COVID, we added this booth to our tech booth. This is where we do our live stream. And the person that sits here is able to select which camera that we are going to be using and bring the worship experience that's in this building into your living rooms or wherever you might be watching or experiencing worship. Now, with that came an extra cost. We had an extra cost to do this live stream, plus we had an extra cost because we had increased technical needs. And so the second targeted campaign that we're going to do this year will be a targeted campaign that will try to raise some funds outside the budget to help support our very important live stream. So, hopefully you've had a chance to look at the brochure that talks about the general giving, that talks about the targeted giving, and talks about what I'm going to be doing a video on for next week that talks about our church endowment. But my hope is that you've read through this, understand what the giving is all about, and if you have any questions, please send me an email or contact the church office. If you haven't gotten the brochure, haven't gotten the pledge card, again, have any questions, you can also call the church office. We just want to make sure that we find a way to use the gifts that God has given us for the ministry that God has blessed us with in this place.